Hey guys, Big Guys for Life here, bringing you another thoughts video on E3, and we just got done watching the Ubisoft press conference on E3, and it was definitely way better than EA.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go down the list of games we got here. So they started off with Far Cry 4. What are your thoughts on Far Cry 4?
It looks good. It might be able to pass up 3. Might.
It's like set in the Himalayas, and that guy is a character just like that. I forgot what that guy. I haven't played Far Cry 3 in a long time. Who's the villain's name in that?
Voss.
Yeah, Voss. That guy's like a different personality, Voss.
Yeah.
Like Voss was just insane, but he's like,
He's calm and insane.
yeah. And the trailer they showed was pretty good graphics wise, but we didn't see any actual gameplay. We just saw like a teaser trailer. But at least it's confirmed that there will be a Far Cry 4.
It was confirmed a while ago.
Well, we haven't seen anything other than that.
Yeah. And cover.
Yeah. And the next game was Just Dance 2015, which, even though I'm not into those kind of games, it was way better than any game the EA showed. Except maybe Dragon Age, but it didn't really matter that they showed Dragon Age since Microsoft showed it first. And apparently, in Just Dance 2015, you can dance with as many people as you want at one time. With your like mobile devices and stuff, which is crazy. You can dance with like the whole world can dance to one song at the same time. Since we're not really into Just Dance games, and they come out with one every year just like they do with sports games, let's just move on to Tom Clancy's Division. What are your thoughts on Tom Clancy's Division?
Just kind of reassured my like for it, and one of my most anticipated games for next year.
Yeah, we already saw gameplay on it with what was it? Which one did it? Microsoft?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Microsoft. The trailer, well, not but gameplay for Tom Clancy's Division, but then we just saw this like breathtaking like trailer for it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone was like invisible and until the protagonist showed up.
Yeah, and they like killed themselves. And then the other game they showed, which I'm not really into racing games, but this is probably one that I would pick up because, well, it's The Crew. And you can just drive around the whole United States without a loading screen, and you're a car. You can just, it's like a car MMO. That's what it is. And you have like your own cruise, and you can drive from sea to shining sea. What are your thoughts on that?
It's like the movie Cars, but with action.
And you don't have eyeballs.
And open world.
And in the trailer, they might. I don't know if that was gameplay or not, but it kind of looked. Some of it kind of looked like gameplay. Well, actually, some of it was gameplay, but the other part was just like CGI. But
cinematic and stuff.
It's cool. Like you have your own cruise, but like in the trailer, it showed like 2 cars being chased by cops on the freeway, and then this one huge truck just comes and wrecks all the cop cars. It was sweet. Okay, and the next one that we've already seen in the Microsoft's presentation was Assassin's Creed Unity,
which was great with the 4-player co-op.
Yeah, and they showed even more gameplay where they like it's way more interactive than any of the other Assassin's Creed. Like you're in the middle of a mission, but there's like a bunch of other things happening while you're going to the mission, like different like factions in there fighting and killing each other. It was pretty cool. And wait, did you watch it?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Well, like, he walked into a building and he just, like, he was sneaking past the guards in the building. Like, they didn't even see him. And he went through the whole building without even getting, like, seen by any of the guards. It was pretty sweet. And then, it actually showed a guy getting beheaded. Which was pretty cool. And, like, this Assassin's Creed is definitely more gory than the rest.
Oh, wait, the first one from Microsoft?
No, this was the gameplay I'm talking about is
the same thing but single player?
No, it's not the same thing. Like, you're walking through a huge crowd and, like, somebody's being executed out of the guillotine.
Oh.
But like, it shows the guy being guillotined. There's blood everywhere. It's like we can probably both agree that it's pretty much the most gory Assassin's Creed to date.
Yeah,
Even
because they never show like limbs getting cut off.
Yeah. And then the next one that they showed was Shape Up, which is an Xbox exclusive. It's like for the Kinect, where you work out, but like you actually have goals. Like the guy was explaining how like for running, like you're running on top of a train while it's moving, and like you
It's
just
like Wii Fit, but for Kinect.
but it's like more of like you reach a goal, like you're actually like playing a game, unlike Wii Fit when you're like doing weird yoga positions. But we're not interested in that. What do you think about Valiant Hearts?
I didn't see it.
But it showed it in Microsoft too. The
It
one
did?
where it's like World War One.
Oh, okay.
The World
okay.
War one where the dog like goes through and sees every like 5 people. It goes through 5 people.
I'm not really into that type of
Genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like it looks kind of like it's just a side scroller. Like they explained how there's like puzzles and stuff with it, but it's mainly just for the story. And then we're finally at the closing one that they use, Rainbow Six Siege. What did you think about it? I know you just watched the trailer.
Yeah.
Or not the trailer. It was sort of trailer / gameplay. I mean, it was staged, but it looked like it was actually in game.
It was in game. But it was all staged, but it was in game.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what was going to happen. They let themselves die, a few of them.
Yeah, and it was...
Ended it off with a cliffhanger. It was pretty good.
I was impressed with...
I don't like that type of tactical
I was impressed with
as much.
The destruction.
It was like Left 4 Dead meets Counter-Strike plus Extreme Tactics.
Yeah, and I like how he blew up that wall. Like, he blew up the wall to get into the other room above their room.
Yeah, that was cool.
And they got to choose where they were dropping on them.
Yeah.
Like, they could have, like, came from the yard, but they chose to go, like, the helicopter route and, like, dive through the windows, which is pretty sweet. And I like the little drone thing.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't watch the whole thing because you were gone, but I can say that this is definitely the #1 press conference of the night so far.
Let's see if Sony can beat them.
Yeah, because EA was like a poop fest. It was just poop. And then Microsoft did okay. They didn't do good. They didn't do that good, but they didn't do bad. But then Ubisoft just like comes out swinging and they just destroy their competition.
Which would be EA.
Yeah, they definitely demolished. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed our thoughts on all the games and stuff. But wait a minute. If you had to pick a favorite out of all of them, which would you pick? You probably pick Division.
Division.
Yeah, you pick Division.
Division.
Man, mine's like a tie between Assassin's Creed Unity and probably Division, actually. Assassin's Creed Unity or Division.
Same. The Division comes up just a little bit higher.
So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed our thoughts on the Ubisoft press conference, and see you guys when we do our thoughts on Sony's presentation. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, what is up, guys? Baby Guys for Life here, bringing you me and my friend's thoughts on Sony's showcase, you would say.
Their prize jewel.
Yeah, their prize jewel. So, we're going to do what we did with the Ubisoft. We're just going to go down the list of stuff that happened during the thing. And I will say that Sony did really good.
Well, Sony won E3.
Yeah.
Nintendo could have announced The Legend of Zelda. Anything. It doesn't compare.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing that we saw was Destiny. What are your thoughts on Destiny?
I think it's good. I don't think we've seen enough of it, but it was good to see it. And we saw it 2 different times in the show, so that was a little weird.
We saw it right in the beginning, and then they show. Did they show gameplay? I wasn't.
Then they showed it like 45 minutes in. They didn't show any gameplay for it though.
Well, it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Just like the looks of it, what they've shown and stuff. Pretty cool. And the next thing they showed was Order 1860. I mean, not Order 1886.
Yeah, Order 66.
Order 60.
Order 66.
From what they showed, it was pretty cool. Like the zombie thing turned into a werewolf.
And we found out what the monster was from the teaser from last year.
Yeah.
Reveal. So,
which makes sense because he's using like crossbows and stuff.
Yeah, for like that age, that timeline and stuff, that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad that it's not zombies and it's more traditional.
And I'm wondering that when he gets scratched, if he ends up becoming a werewolf, or you get like a werewolf power.
That'd be cool. But I don't think that would happen. If it does, great, but...
I wonder... Wait, are they gonna... Do you know... They didn't say anything about a multiplayer in it, did they?
As far as I know, there is no multiplayer.
Alright, so it's just story-based, which is okay, because I like games that are sometimes just story-based.
Yeah, especially the third person.
Next that we have here is...
the beginning of the indie titles, which was...
Entwined.
And it's available today.
Which...
for $9.99.
It's not very interesting, and I don't think it's worth the price.
For us. We're not...
Yeah.
Isn't it by the people... Or no, that's later on. Never mind.
Yeah. And they showed a bunch of indie titles, which is pretty cool because Sony has a lot better indie titles than Xbox does, or Microsoft.
Yeah.
But the next thing they showed was Infamous Second Son DLC, which looked pretty cool.
I got this. So, if you've played the story for Infamous Second Son already, you'd know who the character you're going to be playing as. It's one of the first supporting characters with supporting conduits you see. Fetch. And, yeah, it shows off her backstory and everything. Really cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty sweet by what they showed also.
Yeah.
And then the title that I didn't want to see but actually made me surprised was Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah. It was just like Rayman Legend a year or two ago.
Yeah, it's instead of the regular Little Big Planet they usually have, where you're all like Sackboys. There's a Sackboy, and then the other three characters are completely different, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, Bird,
yeah,
Dog,
and that one guy.
That's one
big,
who was like, transforming from little to small.
Which adds to like how you play the game.
Yeah.
If you have four people, you can use all of them. But even if you have like maybe 2 or 3 people, you still get to experience both or some of the characters.
Yeah, and you'll also be able to use customized content from the first and second one, I believe.
Yeah, and
definitely the second one.
And I think
that's from launch day.
Did they mention maps too from the second one?
Yeah. Customized content, maps, everything.
Which is pretty balls.
Yeah.
And the next one was Bloodborne.
Or some of you might know it as Project Beast. It was rumored a while back, but like as a possible spiritual successor for Demon Souls from Software and exclusively for PS4. It looked great. I liked it.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. It actually kind of, in my opinion, looked like a different version of Order 1886 by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's like Order 1886 meets Dark Souls.
Yeah. And then, this is the topic that like completely won it over for Sony in the press conference was Far Cry 4. Far Cry
gameplay of it, and it showed 2-player co-op. And it looked like it was the normal single-player campaign, not the co-op. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they would have showed 4 players.
Yeah, and it showed that you could use the elephants. Like, there were elephants there, and like, if you make them scared, they just stampede, and they stampeded right into the village and just started owning people.
Yeah, there's a lot more ways to play. Then there's a grappling hook and wingsuit. Is awesome.
And
really,
a gyrocopter.
Yeah, it is really cool.
But the big thing is, when they were talking about the co-op, they're like, and your friend, even if your friend doesn't have a game, you can still invite them to play, and they can play the game.
They didn't say that was exclusively for Far Cry 4. I think it actually might be like any co-op game.
Which would be pretty cool, but even if it's just for Far Cry 4, it'd be pretty.
It's still really cool.
Because then you won't have to buy the game to play with your friend.
Yep.
But then again, maybe there's only certain parts where you can do that in the game.
I doubt it. I think it'd be like the whole experience, the whole 9 yards.
Because what they showed was actually pretty cool. It was very good graphics-wise, like the other Far Cry was. It's in the Himalayas, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we already saw some of it from earlier in Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So.
But that gyrocopter, though. And then that showed the elephant just flipping over the Jeep and like blowing it up, and the elephant's just like, I don't even care.
It was so funny. So next was the funniest trailer of the night.
Dead Island 2.
Which, despite it being the 3rd game, is called Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
So.
But it was a really funny trailer.
I think they're disowning Riptide.
That'd be funny. But this trailer was one of the highlights of the night, too. He just like plugged in his earphones.
The early night.
He's just plugging in his earphones, running, and then he just turned into a gruesome zombie.
Yeah, his face fell off.
And then somebody stole his shoes.
Yeah, somebody ran him over with a van and stole his shoes. It's so great.
The next thing was Magica 2.
No.
Wait,
it was Diablo 3 with free DLC,
yeah.
Like zombies, clickers from The Last of Us, and all of that. Like, and it would only be for PS4.
Which PS4 this time around had a lot of exclusives.
Yeah, the Ultimate Evil Edition, I believe, is still only for PS4.
Which is always a good thing.
Yep. Then they showed Battlefield Hardline. We already saw that. So
we just saw like CGI rendition of it.
Best thing from EA. So yeah.
And then now is it Magica 2?
No. Disney Infinity 2.
Oh yeah, they have the new Marvel character. Well, the Marvel character is in them now. Is in it now? It's only for the new consoles too.
No, it's coming out on all of them. Every console ever.
Every console ever.
Yeah.
PS1?
No, even further.
SNES?
Even further.
Atari?
They're bringing it to the arcades.
Oh. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. My little brother has Disney Infinity, and bringing the Marvel character is gonna be pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game. You get to like build your own courses and stuff. Are we at Magica 2 now?
Yeah, they showed more Destiny, but yeah, Magica 2.
Okay,
was
so
next game.
they showed this funny trailer for Magica 2.
It was almost as good as Dead Island 2. Oh, just barely.
You could like from the beginning, I could tell I was like Magica 2 because of what they were wearing, and I have first Magica on Steam, but I really never play it. I don't know. It's more of like you have to have friends who have it game and want to play it with you.
And then they started showing a lot of indie love again with
Grim Fandango.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it, and then they showed a ton of different games they'd already announced and stuff.
Let It Die.
Yeah, Let It Die would be the next big one. And then Abzu was
Yeah.
the
Next,
follow-up game
yeah,
from the people
Journey,
of Journey. Yeah.
Underwater Journey.
Yeah, Underwater Journey.
But the last indie one they showed was actually really cool.
Yeah, No Man's Sky from the VGX when it was announced back in December, and it was really cool. They showed off that a lot of air combat exploration.
They also showed off a bunch of creatures.
Yeah, and possibly it's kind of like Destiny meets Minecraft, but more colorful.
I also think what's really cool about it is that every person who gets this game starts on a different world than anyone else.
Everything is completely generated at random.
I think it's funny though because
It'll never be the same.
what I was getting from the trailer is like okay, you're all on different planets, but when you find each other, I think you just like shoot each other and kill each other, which is funny. It's like, hey man.
Pew pew.
And the next one was the actual
Project Morpheus,
Project Morpheus.
which would be virtual reality headset and all that. Didn't tell too much about it, but yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it was shown on the screen.
Yep. PSN gets YouTube share this summer.
Hopefully that when you use that though, you don't get like mega copyright.
Yeah, copyright strike.
Because then nobody would use it anyways.
That's probably why they didn't put it on at launch.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have copyright. And then the next one, do you have marked Mortal Kombat?
No, I have free to play. I got the next.
Oh yeah, all the free to play.
Like Loadout, PlanetSide 2.
All the free to play are basically all the free to play on Steam.
Well, not as much.
But
The better free to
Yeah.
plays.
maybe Forge will be on there.
Meh.
Man.
Um,
Warframe's already on there.
Yeah, Warframe's already on there. It's fun.
Warframe's a good game.
Yeah, it's very good for an indie, but not Minecraft level. Then there was PlayStation Now,
Which was pretty
which
cool.
they told us that PlayStation 4 is getting it first in July 17th, or I can't remember.
Yeah, it was July 17th.
Is July 17th or July 31st? That might have been Destiny Alpha, I don't remember. There's too much. Too much!
Yeah, Sony had like double Ubisoft.
They had more than Microsoft. They only had 20 more minutes than Microsoft, though.
And Sony talked for a while at the end though.
Yeah, like when the president of Sony America.
We were just sitting there begging for them to show another game, which they showed Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, gameplay.
Which the gameplay gameplay. The gameplay looked pretty good. Like the X-rays look more realistic. They showed they showed 3 new characters.
Yeah. Well, we believe there are 3 new
Yeah.
characters. At least 2 new characters we got to see in action, fighting each other, and we saw Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, of course.
One's like a Bumblebee Queen or whatever.
And one's a giant with a midget on its back.
One looks like that one kind of
It was
reminds
kinda-
it kind of reminds me of Nunu from League of Legends.
It reminds me of Noob and Nunu. Like, a combination of those two.
Yeah. Oh, and like they all have new X-rays now. Scorpion
Yeah,
just showed
new
Scorpion.
X-rays, fatalities, all
Scorpion
that.
had his X-ray and it looks boss.
and interactive environment.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like Injustice now.
Yeah,
with
but
the
way
environment. Yeah,
more. Way more.
but at least they finally showed some gameplay from it, and it actually almost looked like the CGI trailer.
And a possible 3rd new character.
Yeah.
Recognize them. It could have been like Sub-Zero with his face all messed up or something, but didn't look like it.
If it would be anyone, I would think it'd be who was that guy?
Reptile.
Yeah, Reptile.
I thought it could have been like a zombie Raiden.
Ooh.
Honestly.
And then, oh, sorry guys. And then Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain was shown.
Well, there was the like 20 minutes of PlayStation shows, mainly Powers. They did like 2 seconds of PlayStation Plus. If you have PSN, you get the first episode free. If you have PlayStation Plus, you get the whole first season free. So, and then they showed Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank the movie thing.
And the reimagined first game. They announced, they didn't show any of it, not even a teaser or anything. And then they showed The Last of Us Remastered,
which was
and showed its release date.
It was pretty good looking on PS4.
Yep. And then they showed Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, which
was the trailer they released last night.
Yeah,
or not
I think
last night, but the night before this day of E3.
Yes. So.
And it was pretty weird.
June 8th.
I would categorize it as weird.
I liked it.
I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was good, but it was kind of on the weird side.
I hope this Metal Gear Solid game is more action packed and not as much stealth. Solid.
Oh, but
not as much stealth. More taking more of an Assassin's Creed type turn.
Yeah.
Not like
Not like the old Metal Gear Solid where like the exclamation mark comes over their head and they're like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, I got to hide."
Yeah.
And in my box right in front of them.
And then they showed something that everyone was like, it's gotta happen. They're gonna reveal it eventually. And it's here. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS4.
Which they did a pretty good job showcasing it.
Yeah. And then the last gameplay trailer of the night.
Batman Arkham Knight.
It was fun. The Batmobile.
It was pretty sweet. Diving off the tower.
Yeah, that was... The gliding mechanics look so good.
Like, they were good in the other Batmans, but they look even more crisp in this one.
And Gotham looks bigger than ever.
And then when he gets in the Batmobile and turns into a tank.
Yeah, the battle mode for the Batmobile.
But what?
And it kind of showed that it's fast. No matter what, it's fast.
And I liked when he launched out of it. He launched out of it really high, and he could glide all the way to the building.
Yeah. There's little ground combat, like bullet time type stuff with the combat. So,
but it's a huge world. It's bigger than all the it's the whole of Gotham City.
Yeah, like in the Dark Knight trilogy, that size, but into a game, and you can explore it all. And then it ended up
multiply it by 2.
Yes, and then it showed off Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, Scarecrow, one of the best.
Looked awesome.
In Batman Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow was all over the place.
Yeah.
You had to fight him so many times.
And then the final thing of the night. I knew it was going to be the last thing. I was hoping for God of War, but still looked good. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
And apparently, well, from what we know, it might be I'm not saying it will be the last one, but it might. But
it'll probably be the last in the main series. That's That's kind of what they're pushing at.
But they'll probably make another one.
They'll probably remaster it, do side stories on Vita and stuff.
Okay, so since we covered everything they've done, what's your favorite of all of them that they showed?
Of all from all the press conferences, or just Sony?
Just Sony.
Oh, thank God. Let's see. I gotta say that The Order 1886, Bloodborne, Far Cry 4, and Mortal Kombat 10, and the Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer were the top 5 things for me.
The top 5 for me were not in order.
No, not in any order.
Order 1886, Far Cry 4, then Mortal Kombat X, Batman Arkham Knight, and the 5th one would be, let's see here, I kind of skipped over a lot, but probably either Metal Gear Solid or Uncharted. But I've never played an Uncharted game, so I've never got into it really.
I played a little bit of 2, but that was the only one that's looked good to me.
I played a demo at Walmart. Does that count?
No. Demos never count.
Since this is the end of the first day, what was your top 5 of all the press conferences?
Dang it. I might have to do top 10.
No, top 5.
Pretty much all that I said from Sony's, except remove Metal Gear Solid 5, because that was only a trailer. That was definitely the best trailer of the night for me.
Oh, you're not done yet?
I'd replace it with The Division.
Oh, okay. So, out of all of them, mine would probably be the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, this new Assassin's Creed was, really good.
The Division would also be on there.
Yeah, Ubisoft and Sony really stole the show.
And yeah.
They didn't do jack. They just made us really mad. They made me not want something I've wanted for years. Sims 4. That happened.
How much? In my top 5, I'm going to try to put, almost all the press conferences in it, but I'm going to, not look at EA. So I'm going to go...
I have to do the same thing.
I'm going to go... You know what? We can make it, maybe top 7, but... I'm going to go with Division... Not in order. Division, Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm going to go with The Witcher 3. Then... Order 1886, Far Cry 4, that's 5, and then Batman, and Mortal Kombat, which would be my 7.
Alright, if I get to add 2 more, then I'd add the Halo Masterpiece stuff, all of it, and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Assassin's Creed Unity looks awesome, though.
But
oh, wait. I forgot about Evolve.
Yeah, Evolve was good. But the thing that surprised me the most was how good Call of Duty Advanced Warfare looked.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it in my top, but it definitely looks...
Yeah, I know.
It definitely looks better than the other ones, even though... I say that every year. I'm like, oh, it looks better than the other ones. But this one has
excluding last year.
Yeah, it probably has a lot. It looks like it has better mechanics and stuff. Not mechanics, but better things you can do in it, like jetpack.
Yeah, I like the sci-fi turn. It's great.
But we are gonna do a Nintendo one. We're just gonna do an overview of the next 2 days, if that's fine.
On the final day or Wednesday?
Probably when I get home Wednesday.
Alright, so we'll do...
I'll try to research it
on Wednesday.
You'll know a lot more than me, though, about it, since you'll be there. Or watching it.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're gonna do... Wait, what?
2015? The biggest year for gaming since 2012.
Yeah, so... we're gonna cover days 2 and 3 together, and then day 4 will be the final one.
Yeah, day
So-
2's not gonna have any real content, but
See, I hope you guys enjoyed our thoughts of the first day of E3, but see you guys when we do an overview of days 2 and 3.
have a fun E3.
Bye.
Bye.